Alright, I should be live, but if you're seeing this slash hearing it, then it's 10 minutes from now because I have set up a stream delay for this event because Wizards has a bunch of particular rules about them, and I don't want to be technically in violation of them, even though there's no meaningful violation of the rules. So, one of the rules is that you can't have um, anyone helping you in any way while doing these events. So if they really want to be jerks about it, because I am streaming it, they can go, well, your chat helps you. It's like, my chat is primarily like a handful of Magic players that stumble in every once in a great while, but mostly people that are trying to get me to hire them to do artwork for my channel. Like 90% of the people that stop by are actually bots slash art people trying to get me to do stuff with them. Excuse me. So, yeah. So, there is a 10-minute delay. We are doing the Arena Direct Modern Horizons 3 event. I do not recommend these things. They are 5,000 gems to enter. You get absolutely nothing if you only get 3 wins or less. There is no prize. You can get 3 wins before you get 2 losses. You get nothing. If you get to 4 wins, you get less than half of your entry fee back. If you make it to 5 wins, you break even. It's like you didn't even sign up. I mean, you get the cards, so I guess you get the cards for free. If you make it to 5 wins, the cards and the attempt were free. That's it. And if you get to 6 wins, you get the box. Notably, you get nothing else. You do not also get any of these gems. You just win the box. Which is not terrible, because the box has actual, like, real-world cash value. Like, you can sell these things. Right now on eBay, they're going for about $230 something a box on average, plus tax and shipping. So they are not cheap. So if you do win the box, you technically can take a bunch of shots at them as long as you actually convert. But gems are still expensive. Like, the actual thing in the store. So if we look at gems, you get 20,000 gems for $100, which is the actual, like, this, if you're going to buy gems and you have the money, this is the one where you get the most gems. Like, for $50, you get less than 10,000, so, and for 1/5 of that, you get less than 5,000 gems. So yeah, if you're going to buy gems, this is the thing to buy. The problem is this is 4 shots at it, which means if you don't convert within 8 attempts, you would have been better off just buying the box in most cases, if you really wanted the box that badly. So, and then after that, you're just throwing money away, and these are not easy events either. Oops, not standard. Sorry. Close that out, go back to this thing. You have to get to 6 wins before you lose twice. You get 1 loss to give. After you've lost once, if you lose again, you're done. You can only enter with gems. There's no gold. There's no sealed deck tokens or anything. Like, it does not accept those. So, 5,000 gems, 2 losses to give. Also, these things are incredibly competitive. Like, there are a lot of people who are just like, oh, I'm gonna try it and see if I win a box. And to them I say, yeah, good luck with that one. Not that I want them to lose, but there are a lot of people that are really good at Magic that can actually convert gems to boxes at a relatively good rate. So, they are going to be in this event, and if you are doing well, you will play against them. Sometimes, even if you're doing poorly, you'll get paired up against them in the early rounds. So, you can expect to run into a lot of good players in these events because they can convert money into gems into more money than they spent on gems because they're actually good enough to win that level of consistency. So the only reason I am doing this, aside from the fact that yes, it would be really nice to actually win a box of this, I've only bought one box of this set so far, and that was like a day ago. I finally bought my first box of this set because I finally got one for under $220 before taxes. I am expecting the boxes to eventually go down, but I also don't like not having 99% of the cards from this set. Like, I have four events worth of pre-release kits from both me and my brother for this set. So technically 8 pre-release kits plus a handful of prize packs. Yeah, we did not do as well as normal. He did decently well, like about average. I stumbled in the last one. I could have actually had the whole thing, like actually won the whole thing, but I was so sleep deprived. I've mentioned this story on the channel a few times. I had the Hydra on a spawn token, and I forgot I could sacrifice the spawn token, and the Hydra would be in play untapped and be able to block to stop a lethal attack that then would have been lethal for them on the crackback, and yeah. So, good times. Alright, so we're going to spend our 5,000 gems. So the reason I'm doing this, aside from wanting to win the box, is I am a content creator. I'm not huge or anything, but this is the type of event that people like to see what the event looks like before they go ahead and stick their own money in the pot. So, this is what these events are like. And I do get a decent number of views, not anything crazy, but better numbers than normal. So, I'm going to at least attempt once, maximum of 3 times. Like, I'm not going to buy more gems to do this. So, if I lose all 3 times, if I decide to play all 3 times and I lose all 3 times, we're done with the event. And there's no subsequent ones scheduled. There were 2 events scheduled. This is the second one. This is my first attempt and attempt number 4 overall. So, let's open our packs. Let's see what we got. Alright, we opened very well in the rare department. Satya, Philia, Aether Revolt, Ajani, Eldrazi Linebreaker is not terrible. In red, like, we will need some colorless sources, but there's a very real chance we play this. Kozilek's Command is very powerful, but not lining up with what we're trying to do. I don't think I'm going to be able to do double colorless, and full Jeskai at the same time, but no, this looks like a good start. Let's see what we actually have. I do love Aether Revolt. It does not love me back as much as I would like, but is certainly a playable card, so. Alright, real quick, I'm going to actually take a look at our black and green to see if there's anything that pulls me towards them. We do have one Marionette Master, or Apprentice rather. We have a Wither and Bloom, Throwdown, 2 Breathe Your Last. So black is not unplayable here. And green is usually one of the strongest colors in this sealed environment, so I just want to take a look at its cards. We have 1 Brood Scale, 1 Witness, 2 Oozwags. The Elk is playable. We have 1 Hydra. And then almost no gold cards whatsoever. Alright, I think we are looking at white, red, splashing blue then. Alright, since we have the Aether Revolt, anything that makes energy is a lot better. That thing's not great. The Mandibular Kites are not nothing. Being able to give your creature flying and sealed. We have 3 Dog Umbras. Oh my god. Okay, nope. I am feeling not great because these things are still very brutal and competitive, but this is probably the nicest sealed I've opened in this format. If there was a competition for it, the only other one that might be better than this was my very first sealed pool at the pre-release, where I had Kozilek and 2 Path of Annihilation. But this is way up there. Like, this thing just looks great. Alright, so we want the discharge. We have 2 Fang Flames. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to play the Pouncers. We'll put them on the list for right now, because we also have this guy. I do want anything that makes energy. This is sealed. I can't afford to be too picky here. These are viable. Right now we have 4 artifacts. Oh, right, because of the mandibular kites. So our Shivon Dragon with affinity for artifacts is viable. We do have Aether Revolt, which is worth digging for. So that becomes a more viable card. Do we have any Jeskai lands, first and foremost? Does not look like it. So that doesn't get blue or white. That doesn't... Oh, that gets white. No. We have no fixing almost for Satya. That is rough. He is incredibly powerful, and we have no fixing for him, except for, right now, the one artifact I just put in, which is hiding at the bottom, Solar Transformer. Oh, no, that's not entirely true. We have a Suppression Raise over here also. I am super inclined to run any energy cards I can, but... Oh god, if this just found red or white mana, if we had any of the actual ones, Satya is really strong. Like, I do want to run him, but this looks very questionable at best in order to get him into this deck. I have a lot of good white-red cards. The problem is I also don't have colorless for this idiot or this idiot, really. Which is a... That's more of a shame than the other one, because this one is a 2-mana 3/1, and if we happen to get our artifact or something in play, then he's fine. But this thing is a 3-mana 3/3... I'm sorry, it's a 3-mana 4/3 Haste Trampler with more upside. And that's kind of hard to just ignore, but at the same time, kind of have to. I'm looking at our blue energy cards, and we have 2 of them here, plus the Gargoyle and Satya. Satya is incredibly strong. Like, I'm very seriously considering running him without the ability to fix properly for him, and just running... I hesitate to run this one, even with our colorless mana creatures, because we really only have the one. Like, this is the only one that actually requires colorless, and we might not even be running the Void Pouncers, because we do have to make a few cuts. But there is some real temptation to get Satya in there, and by extension, the blue cards, but the fixing is just not there. We get 1 dual land, and 1 red-white dual land, or 2 red-white dual lands to help fix for it. We do get 2 red-white dual lands, which makes the Line Breaker more viable, and also gives us ways to trigger the Precursor, or to get value. Like, triggering the Precursor is not a huge deal. It's a way to get value out of the Precursor by being able to make extra O1s that can, you know, chump block or add mana, or buff our actual good Eldrazi. Plus, it's a 3-mana 3/3 menace, so... Alright, so I am inclined to run this, and probably this. And bring in these two as colorless sources. Okay. Yeah, I think Satya is a bridge too far, unfortunately. It's still very tempting to just run him. Like, just one island. If I had anything that could fetch a red or white and a blue mana, I would run him right now. The fact that we have actual because then we would have this, and we would have this, and we would have one land and one island, and I think that would be enough to run Satya. Like, it is killing me, the idea that we're not going to run him right now. Right, red, green, black, white, green, black, and black, green, blue, and colorless. No real reason to run black, right? We've got decent removal spells, but that's about it. I wish the blue were a tiny bit more stable. I really do. I might still want to consider Decree. Like, 6 mana make a 4/4 angel is not great. And white and 3 flash in a 1/1 draw card isn't particularly exciting either, but when you start being able to get past that, the card looks better and better. Alright, let's break it up into creature and non-creature and see what we're looking at. I think we can go down 1 planes while having these 2 in there. Technically these 3. So we won't count all 3 of them as lands, just in case. We are playing best of 1, so the best of 1 hand smoother thing is going to be in effect, but it does not know how to comprehend these. So it can still mess you up pretty badly with its decisions on what is the better of the 2 hands that you never see, before it gives you one of them and goes, here you go, I think this is the best one. Yeah, Decree just feels very honestly. So what are our energy makers? We have this guy. Feely, if we can blink him. Is that it? Is our entire energy plan Phyrexian Ironworks and the 2/2 and this thing? And these 2? Oh, that's not as good as I thought it was. Shoot. I'm pretty sure Satya's an attack trigger, so we couldn't copy Infernal Captor if we wanted to. Like, don't get me wrong, we're still red-white. Like, that's a given. I'm just wondering if Aether Revolt is actually playable with what we have. Or if we're just red-white aggro. Because the problem with red-white aggro is it doesn't look like we have quite enough for that alone. We do have the Essence Reliquary to pick up our energy sources and put them back down, which makes Aether Revolt even better, because then it triggers the Revolt half of Aether Revolt. So that is viable. We have 2 Glyph Elementals. We might technically just supposed to be white-red aggro and ditch the Aether Revolt and the Jolted Awake and the Rose Cottonite. Because we do have the good trappings for an aggro deck where we just kill... Because we have 3 Dog Umbras that can deal with things like Chris and just get them out of the way entirely. We have Wing It to throw our one guy into the air. We have Fang Flames and Galvanic Discharge to kill other early blockers. So then we just have like a very good aggro plan at that point with our 2-drop creatures. That might actually be better. Like, we ditch this. It feels really weird to ditch the Aether Revolt, but I don't think it's at its best here. We just don't have enough energy makers. So we lose this, we lose that. And then one more card. So these are technically creatures. Slide them up into the non-creature zone? No, it won't let us? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, if we're not running the energy, then we don't need... Oh, but Solar Transformer is one of the ways that thing works. We have the 2 lands, and that's it. Those are our only ways to cast him, but he's still fine on later turns, because he's still a 4-power Haste Trampler when he comes down. This might legit be the deck. Oh, wait, we don't need Jolted Awake anymore. So, what can we put in instead of Jolted Awake? Actually, maybe it is still Jolted Awake. Jolted Awake lets us get back Philia. Lets us get back Philia. It lets us get back... Oh, wait, is it permanent? Artifact or creature, so it can't get back the Dog Umbras. It can get back Ajani. It can get back the Glyph Elementals, but they're only 2/2s at the time. Oops, didn't mean to take it back out. I meant to highlight it for a second, but I slipped and clicked on it. We've gotten rid of almost all of the energy sources, so we're unlikely to have 3 to get back one of these 2, or 4 to get back one of those 2, and we're never going to have 6 realistically. Should Jolted Awake be Decree, in case I flood out then? You can always cycle it for 3 mana. And if we cycle it for more than 3 mana, we get creatures. If this thing had haste, it might actually be the last thing I put in, even though we don't really have artifacts. No, that's still not... At 7 mana in this deck, that's probably not a good idea. Alright, we don't have anything else, right? Nothing else I could be running instead. Alright, I think this is the deck, and I think this is the best deck I've had in this event. The last of my soda from lunch. Fortunately, I have a full cup of water here. Alright. I mean, yes. Because this is our white source, this is our red, this is our colorless. Or that's our white source now. Alright, so since we don't have to play that on turn 1, we play this out instead. Let's take the 1 here. I will kill a Mana Dork if they play 1 here. Like Titania or the Bloom. Okay. S is good. The fact that our aggro deck isn't playing anything until turn 3 is a little weak, but we are in Sealed, so Sealed is a bit slower of a format. I am hoping that they play a creature we can kill here. No? Alright. Ajani, where were you last turn? Oh, Ajani. Well, there's a chance that this thing just dies then, like, the same way we're sitting on removal, they might be sitting on removal. Yep. That's fine. Oh, that's a little bit rough. Alright, so we go white and 1. Summon Ajani and his brother.
I will prove my worth to my pride.
And yeah, I think we just run out the 3-1 here. We do have to worry about the unicorn buffing the spirit eventually, but when they fall, like, if we kill the guiding spirit, they get a 1/1 replacement token, so. And that one will have flying, so we have to worry about that a tiny bit, but. Okay. That's fine. I'm just going to take the 3 here. We need to be able to kill that thing later on. I'm assuming they're just holding control here, but maybe not. Ah, dismember Ajani, sure. Oh, that kind of sucked. They're down to 2 cards in hand. I'm wondering if I cycle Decree and double block the Spirit to kill it here. Because I'm going to want to Galvanic Discharge their, like their token or the 2/2. Okay. Got 2/2 and a 1/1. Watchdog. And a Hexhold. Okay, so that's their entire hand spent now. So. Drawing the Mountain is really good, because now we can cast 2 red spells in the same turn. Which 2 do we have to kill here? I have no cards in hand. This is the sorcery, so we have to use this one this turn if we're going to. Wow, it's trying to tap both my red sources for that. Alright, let's go ahead and kill that off immediately. Play out the Mandibular Kite. Pass the turn back. See if they pay the energy first. Trade the 1/1s. This thing's going to be a 3/2 with no energy. That thing's going to be a 3/3. I definitely need to kill one of them here. To avoid taking too much damage. counter. Trade. I don't need more lands, so we're going to go get a plains. Said I don't need more lands, so we're going to go get a plains. Alright, we will just run this out. And play out our mountain. I think we still hold on to this in case we find the 3/3 here, but... Oh, good. So now they can make their thing indestructible for a turn. Oh, that's frustrating. Because now if I don't block it, it gets a counter. If I do block it... Yeah, I'm probably going to lose this game now. So I should have killed the Slith, not the dog. Or not... Yeah, not the dog. Because the dog can't grow. The Slith can. I'll stop the 3/3 from attacking. Most likely. If it doesn't, we're in a lot more trouble than I thought. Block there. Take the counter off of it. And now we are incredibly dead. So, this is game 1 of my first attempt with one of the best decks I've had in this format, and we are about to lose. The worst part is, with what I've drawn, could I have even won here if I had killed the Slith instead? If they were just beating me down with the dog? Doesn't look like it, does it? Well, that's our first loss, so I either need to win at least 5 games in a row, or I have thrown 5,000 gems into a hole in the ground. So, yeah, this is what this event is. This is the best sealed deck I think I have seen, personally, like, for myself, in the format. And we're already down a game. We couldn't even win the first round. I've done better in other sealed events, but we could not even win the first round with this hand. Then again, we did have a slow start. Like, I kept it on the auspices that we were going to be able to cast the 3/3 and start attacking with it on turn 3, but I will say this is a better hand, but we have to rattle off win after win after win, and if we only get a few of them, it's not going to be good enough. So, so this works, right? This would make it a 4/3 here, because I would have 1 enchantment and 1 creature. Alright, now they're in black. There's like 10 different spells they could have here that would kill my guy still. Technically there's 1 off the top of my head, but there's a few others. So I might just be breathing my last. You're not blocking with the 2/2. I'm assuming you're attacking with it. Yep. Yeah, this kind of feels like I'm going to lose my guy. I'm red-white. I don't think there's anything that punishes them for waiting, but I don't think I have anything that punishes them for waiting. Whether or not there's a card... Actually, no. Yes. The White Flare. The White Flare would punish them for waiting. Because I could actually cast it here. If I untapped. But if I wanted to do it right now, I'd have to lose my Hexgold Slith, and that seems not the best. As a way to protect it. 2-3 Hydra? Sure. 2-3 Hydra is A-okay with me. Alright. Well, we played against somebody else in the 0-1 bracket, and most likely in the 0-1 bracket, so that was probably their second loss. Maybe they were 1-1. Alright, so we got one win, which gives us nothing. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep reiterating this, like, even if I rally and crush and actually get the box, these events are so competitive and so high variance that I still don't like it. Even if I won, I would not recommend this. Alright, Ajani.
What a beautiful day, brother.
Time for you and Jazal to get in there. It is kind of funny to me that they use a Catgirl token when it's supposed to be his brother Jazal, who is the cat token, because the cat token dying is what triggers him flipping into Angry Ajani. Oh, they have Chris and Soren, and they took Chris. So they have a red source in their hand, and we're about to see Chris, and that's not Dog Umbra. Alright, well, let's go ahead and bestow then. And landfall. Yeah, I need to push damage because Chris is going to get in my way, but if I push enough damage, the Infernal Captor might be able to finish them off. Also, technically, I can sacrifice Jazal to play the Infernal Captor and flip Ajani immediately. Mm-hmm. I really, really wanted to. So they shouldn't block here because they betray... Oh, well, they can block with the tokens, yeah. Blocking with the tokens is fine. It's blocking with... Oh! Well, that was fortunate for us. So, the opponent didn't sacrifice the token before damage happened, and Chris cares specifically about sacrificing Eldrazi, not Eldrazi dying. So, Chris did not get his counter there. So, now even if they play another Eldrazi, Chris is going to come up a little bit short here. Alright, Vampire's not much of an issue, other than it being lifelink. I'm not gonna argue, I want this box. Like, if the opponent wants to do all this stuff pre-combat and... Yeah, no, cool. I'm 1,000,000% down here. I'm thinking right now, if we sacrifice Jazal, we still have a 6/6 that can attack. Ajani is grade 2/1 cat. If you control another red permanent other than Ajani, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures I control to any target. So I would have the Infernal Captor, this thing, so I would deal 4 damage. We could kill Chris outright while stealing the Lifelinker. Or kill the Lifelinker outright while stealing Chris. Alright, I think I'm going for that. I think we're killing the Lifelinker too. So we're stealing Chris, and we're going to kill the Lifelinker. Take action.
Traitors will be punished. To me!
We attack them for half their life total. They lose another spawn, so Chris is down another token and can't grow. Ah, Null Elemental. Okay.
This plot goes deeper than I imagined.
I mean, that was pretty good for them. We're still going to be able to decree for a 4/4 next turn. That's a Worm Coil, though. Okay. 7/7. 9/9 Flying Lifelink. Yeah, let's put all these eggs into one giant angry basket. I can block with Chris, but I'm okay with that. We have a Skoa in the deck, although they're probably going to gain 3 life this turn. Also, you know, they have a ton of black mana. They could very easily kill my Glyph and gain a life here. Like I was expecting them to do turns ago. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, that wins. If they don't actually have anything here, we just get to put that on the Infernal Captor. Sorry, Germ Token. Greater good and all that. Okay, we got another 1/1. Whew. Okay. 2 wins. Still nothing. If I lose the next round, all of that effort was for nothing. Even if I win the next round, all that effort might still be for nothing. That's how dumb this event is. Like, I can win the next event, win the next round, lose the one after that, and get actual nothing for doing this. I mean, that's Philia. I'm gonna keep Philia. We have turn 2 Philia. We don't have a turn 3 play yet, but we have a removal spell and 2 4-mana plays and 3 mana, so I don't think I can mulligan this. Philia is one of our strongest cards. Like, she will just push damage early on, no matter what our opponent is doing. I guess not no matter what they're doing. They could kill Philia before I can get the Dog Umbra onto her and protect her, but... Oh, that's true. Dog Umbra was the thing I could have drawn. That would have saved my guy if they waited and let me untap. I'm so used to thinking of it as a removal spell, but... Okay. If I could, I would kill that. I would burn that thing to the ground. But I can't, so here we are. Okay. Do they attack me for 1 here? Nope. Okay. Assuming they're not blocking here, I think I wait. I want to do the extra damage, but if I actually draw the stupid Eldrazi, I want to have it as an option. The bright side is we have Infernal Captor. We can sacrifice Philia to get the Glyph Elemental online, so it's not as stuck as it looks like it is for the opponent. And they're jolted awake for reasons. Go to my turn. And we did actually draw him. Okay. That's kind of a big deal. Like, there's a very real chance we just kill them out of left field with this draw now. Yeah, they're not going to want to trade the Emperor of Bones here for anything, but... Ooh, a Theomancer. Although, we can put the Umbra on the token, and then they don't get new tokens. And they're just trying to beat me down, too. Alright, so we go... 4... Sack, steal the token. Currently have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They'd be able to grab my Philia and reset my guy. Is that a problem? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That might actually kill me if they do that. Shoot. Alright, so... Gonna buff it up again. They're going to block with the... Death Toucher, and I'm going to Dog Umbra our creature here. Yep. Just trample over them. Because otherwise I put a creature in the graveyard, the Lord of Bones can steal it, and then I just die from all the damage they're about to inflict on me. Oh, did I just actually die? For the same reason? Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, if they adapt the Lord of Bones there, I actually just died. Well, that ain't gonna cut it. I don't think. Alright, so... Landfall. Does this actually kill them? They block the token here. Glyph Elemental. With the Death Toucher, they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Shoot, I don't think I killed him here. Yeah, I did have to put the Dog Umbra on the Snake token. Actually, no, it's any creature, right? Oh, but this won't have Trample. This only gives Haste and... Oh, so we give it to the Infernal guy, then. And jam with everybody. And that's 10 exactly. Pooh! I almost screwed that up after screwing it up and screwing it up. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned these games are hard, and that you're going to be playing against a lot of people where if you mess up even a little bit, you're going to lose a game, and you can't afford to lose a game. Like, I did the math on giving them Philia that turn, and it didn't work out, but then I forgot that they were just going to be able to adapt instead, because now I've got one less blocker. And we definitely should have put the Umbra on the Snake instead of on my guy, so that the Snake wouldn't have been an issue at all, and we would have had an easier time doing that, but you know what? The only mistake that actually mattered was our opponent not killing us there. So I can still lose the next round, and all of this will be for nothing. That is this format. I can lose the next round. Like, that insane game where I should have died there, and I won, will not even actually matter if I lose this game right now. And if I win this game, all I've done is made it less painful that I spent so many gems. And this hand looks very, very medium. I have to play this out as a land turn 1, most likely. Yeah, I think I mulligan this. I don't think this is a good hand. I mean, that's Philia, and we're going to put a Plains back, so yeah. We're going to go Mandibular Kite into Philia into Strength of the Harvest. Nah, it seems fine. So... keep 6, put a Plains back. We're on the play. And we just hope Philia gets them. I mean, I'm playing out the Plains this turn anyway, because I have to be able to cast Philia, but... I'm really hoping we hit, like, a mountain next turn. Well, that's neat. Hope they don't have Galvanic Discharge. Target their germ. And there goes Philia. Alright, 3/3 flying germ token. Because we have to kill them before they get Flage online and they just start lightning bolting all... Or lightning bolting. I wish it were lightning bolt. They're going to start lightning helixing all of my stuff. So... Red mana source, please, next turn. Oh, they have 3 0-1s. And I have infinite white sources. Oh, this is how I lose. I'm not dead yet, but I feel really incredibly far behind. They just put 3 cards in their graveyard. So they need 1 more card in the graveyard, and Flage is online next turn and kills the germ token and the aura attached to it. Or they can just Thraben Charm it, sure. Yeah. No, I am exceedingly dead because I have no way to stop Flage. He comes back next turn. He kills any of the creatures in my hand. If I could even cast them. Yeah. Nope. This is how we lose. So yeah, this is the Arena Direct. This is what happens. This is what happens to almost everyone that enters. We will get nothing. One of the best sealed pools I have ever had in this format, we will get nothing. We need to we need to draw, now we don't want a mountain, we want Dog Umbra. So we're going to draw our mountain next turn. Because mountain is a dead draw, because none of our creatures survive Flage. Yep. No, I know where we're at. I know what game I'm playing. If we had drawn that... Well, if we had drawn that before, what would have happened is we would have played out a red creature. Oh, we are actually just dead. Because that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 exactly. That is 17 damage exactly. So yeah, that's what the Arena Direct is like. We did all of that work and we got nothing. We barely survived all those really close games. We had a really strong deck and we got nothing. We can claim our no prize. Yay, no prize claimed. So yeah, that's what the Arena Direct is like, in case you were wondering. For most people, there are people that are so good at Magic that the Arena Direct is a magical candy land where they just keep getting handed boxes of Magic cards. And there are people that will struggle and strive and eventually get to a box after, 5 or 6 attempts. But for most people, that's going to be your Arena Direct experience. You're going to have a decent deck, feel how you're going to win, actually play the games, do the best you can, and still get nothing. Okay, so that'll do it for this attempt. I suppose we're going to throw some more gems into the Abyss. Like I said, content creator and all of that, but if you wanted a reason to not do this, if you wanted a reason to keep your, decent pile of gems up here, this is what this is like for most people. This is where you get Dream Crushed before you even get less than half of your initial investment back. Plus the cards that you opened. And nothing against Philia, she's an adorable little corgi, but I don't think she was worth 5,000 gems. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one, so thank you for watching. If you're watching this live, give me a minute and we will cast more gems into the Abyss. But if you're watching this on YouTube, I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.